unexpected.
Yeah, I didn't expect this. I didn't even know this morning that this is what we were going to do.
I didn't either, actually.
Beautiful. That's so perfect.
So we're back.
Yeah, hi everyone. I guess we're back a little bit.
I'm Syd. I'm the Syd one if you forgot.
I'm still Olivia.
Before we were doing this as like a video podcast.
Yeah.
And it was becoming really difficult. It was hard
just
to
to
do.
answer the questions of like, where did this go? What happened to this?
Yeah.
I liked this. Why'd you take this away from me? Here are the answers to those questions.
It was a lot of work.
Yeah. To specifically edit the videos, syncing and editing hours of footage of our own faces just talking was, and this is going to be shocking, mentally taxing.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever like looked at yourself before, but
if you do it for hours and hours,
it will make you mentally ill. Like
yeah,
it will
mentally,
it's gonna like really mess you up. Yeah, it was bad. I was like injecting acid into my neck because I saw myself sitting at a normal human angle making normal human faces.
Right,
and because I had to edit my own face for hours on end, I was like unacceptable.
Yeah, fair.
And I went to, unfortunately,
not fair like it is unacceptable, but fair like that would be how me brain works too, because that's what happened to me.
That's me brain
That's
work.
that Mimi brainworm.
That's that Mimi brainworm.
That's that
RFK
Mimi
Jr.'s brainworm has nothing on our brainworms.
Have you heard about the RFK Jr. Sabrina Carpenter collab
called
That's That Mimi brainworm?
We really do want this podcast to be a forum for our ADD to get worse.
Yeah, we're trying to make it worse.
We're trying to make it really bad. We're trying to get everyone in our life to hate us.
We're trying to make sure that we get worse, but that we don't get worse in terms of having to look at our faces.
Right. So,
and listen, if we ever get to a point where we want to bring a video element back more substantially, then maybe we will. But we realize like us not wanting to edit our faces because it is terrible for our mental health shouldn't mean the podcast can't exist at all.
Totally. And also like
some people didn't even watch the video version.
Yeah. And also the thing is like we're just going to do this way. It's going to go all over the place. There's absolutely no through line, but that's just how it goes.
Yeah, and if you hate it, I'm absolutely loving that for you.
I love that for you. Turn it off.
I'm so thrilled for you to turn it off.
Turn it off and listen to your own thoughts in the car.
Listen to your own thoughts.
Yeah.
Because that's the only alternative.
The only alternative, there's no such thing as radio. There's no such thing as music.
Other podcasts or talking on the phone.
No such thing.
It's our thoughts or
yours.
Nothing.
Or nothing.
Or nothing. Because you don't have any thoughts.
You don't have any thoughts. No, so anyway. So that's that.
Yeah.
But because we were talking so much about mental illness and causing our own mental illness, we would love
my
to.
Mental illness. It's so overwhelming.
I love Mimi mental illness.
That's that Mimi mental illness.
We decided that we would start off with a really fun segment.
Oh, I do love this segment. This is good to just get right into something.
Yeah, this segment is called What Illness Does This Fictional Character Have? Cue the music.
Okay, hold on. Let me actually find my freaking notes on this.
So this segment is pretty self-explanatory. We said, what illness does this fictional character have?
We're going to list some fictional characters, and we don't know what the other person's listing, and we're going to try to deduce what mental illness this fictional character has.
And before we begin, we have no idea what we're doing. We have no idea what we're saying. We have no degree in psychology or anything.
This is purely for fun, and also the only qualifications we have is being ill.
That's the only thing we have.
That's all we have.
All I have on my side is I'm an ill girl with a dream.
I'm a sick girl with a dream, and my dream is a nightmare.
So, okay, so why don't we start off, Olivia, you got any ill people you want to shout out?
Yeah, of course. He's very special to me. He's my one and only. He's my idol.
Oh, okay.
He's my dream guy.
Yeah. He's my silly rabbit.
He's my silly rabbit. He's my everything. He's my right hand arm. Yeah. The one and only Scrappy Doo.
Ugh, love him.
Love him. Adore him.
What do you think is wrong with Scrappy Doo in the head?
Okay, so I did some research, and
I'm upset.
Continue. Yeah. I have an answer, but it's a really unexpected one. So what would you think first off? Like,
okay, so
one could guess.
When I think Scrappy Doo, I think about him exiting Mr. Bean's chest in the
bursting
live
out
action
Mr. Bean's chest.
Scooby-Doo movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is obviously like maybe one of the best films of our generation.
It's one of my favorite things to do when I'm stressed. It's my favorite way to self-soothe.
Yeah, whenever you burst out of my chest, you seem really soothed.
Yeah,
I seem really upset and
you seem really like your torso has been opened.
Yeah. I don't feel very soothed, but you seem
I'm
so
soothed. And then I inject myself with that. If you don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's almost like turn this off and watch the movie.
Yeah, just watch the live action Scooby-Doo movie. Scrappy-Doo pops out of Mr. Bean's chest, and if that's a spoiler for you, you can absolutely go S&D because you should know that by now.
Yeah,
if
you really should.
Lived this long, you should know that by now.
Yeah. No, I think like if I'm thinking of what illness does Scrappy-Doo have, Napoleon complex?
Absolutely. Napoleon complex. I mean, that's not really
It's not an illness per se.
Yeah, 100%.
But it is something.
He definitely has, in terms of what complex does he have? Yeah, Napoleon complex for
What
sure.
illness does he have though?
Well, I was thinking like, does he have anger management issues, right?
Absolutely.
Or does he have, he's got definitely like a grandiose sense of self. Like, you know, a lot of these characters I'm going like, do they have NPD?
Oh, is he a narcissist? Right.
Well, like, I feel like we should stop randomly diagnosing people with having narcissism, but I think fictional characters, it's totally game.
I think we should stop telling people that they have an illness, like what we're doing right now.
Right, unless they're fictional characters and they're Scrappy-Doo.
Yeah.
So I did some research. There is something called intermittent explosive disorder.
Okay.
Where you...
where you explode out of Mr. Bean's chest intermittently.
Yeah, you have like random bursts of violence and anger.
Yeah, that checks out.
And listen, am I an expert on intermittent explosive disorder? Absolutely.
No, you're just Italian.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's the same thing. Yeah. Yeah, I would say he has anger issues. I would say he has a Napoleon complex, even though that's a complex, not a disorder. And I would even say he could have intermittent explosive disorder.
Oh my God, I think you're so right.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, wow, do you want to pitch someone?
Yeah, I absolutely will. Okay, see, here's the thing. I am looking at my notes, and I will tell you, they don't make sense.
Okay, I love that. That's even better.
I'm going to just read you what I wrote down here.
Okay.
Poppin' Fresh, more widely known as the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Oh, shit.
Is an advertising mascot for the Pillsbury Company, appearing in many of their commercials. Many commercials from 1965 until 2005 ended with a human finger poking the doughboy's belly.
Yes.
The doughboy responds by giggling when his belly is poked. Then I wrote, the Pillsbury Doughboy has PTSD. Obviously, the human finger...
You wrote a fucking essay.
Yeah,
I didn't realize you were writing essays.
I don't remember writing this. I think I blacked out, and I woke up and this was here. The Pillsbury Doughboy has PTSD. Obviously, the human finger is in a position of power, and there's a weird dynamic at play when the human finger pokes the doughboy's belly, causing him to emit a laugh. And that's all I wrote.
Wow.
So I don't know what I was saying, actually. I think I was maybe asleep.
Yeah, I love all those sentences. I don't know if that proves he has PTSD.
You know, it doesn't.
But I would say
it proves that I have an illness.
I would say that I would get that paragraph tattooed on my chest.
Yeah, it does prove that I'm ill.
No, I think it's great. I think here's the thing. You're definitely onto something with that. And I don't...
Well, I would say I'm definitely on something. Like maybe drugs or like sleeping
maybe hard
pills.
drugs or Ambien.
But like...
I'm dreaming and I'm awake.
I think I wrote this on like at least 5 or 6 bottles of Ambien.
Oh, thank God. The only thing to study the Pillsbury Doughboy on. Wait, what's his real name?
Poppin' Fresh.
His Christian name?
His Christian name is Poppin' Fresh, but we call him the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Of course.
Weird, because I would think that'd be the other way around. The Pillsbury Doughboy sounds more like a button-up name that you would put on a birth certificate.
And then like
Poppin' Fresh is more like, we call him Poppin' Fresh.
Yeah, when he deals us drugs. When he deals us Ambien, we call him Poppin' Fresh.
And I take so much Ambien.
We're always popping fresh Ambien.
Yes. Oh, and don't you love when Ambien is fresh?
It's just fresh right out the lab?
No, I think what I was trying to say, if I'm like really trying to deduce this,
is
I think I was saying that the human finger, which is in a position of power. I
love the human finger in a position of power.
Who doesn't? The human finger, which was in a position of power, had like a weird dynamic with the Pillsbury Doughboy and kind of shamed him.
Yeah.
And now, years later, the Pillsbury Doughboy is like reconciling with that. Like he's trying to figure out like
that's complex PTSD.
What's my place in the world?
Yeah.
Well, see, you're the expert on things. I'm not.
You're the expert on things. I'm just on Ambien.
So anyway,
that's beautiful.
That's my take.
It's still very beautiful.
You know, do you have anything else?
I do. I have a couple. I have one that might not be okay.
I think you should say it.
Okay, hear me out. Mm-hmm. We can always cut it.
We can beep it. We can bleep it out. If it's like really bad,
it's not really bad. It's just
really bad.
What if Mr. Krabs has autism? I'd like to clarify that autism is not a mental disorder.
Gorge.
And his special interest is money.
Okay, that's not bad.
Now, here's the thing. There's a lot of arguments for him having hoarding specific OCD.
I'm sorry. Where are these arguments?
Anywhere you fucking look.
What are you fucking talking about?
You go outside, you ask fucking any motherfucker out there.
What are you talking about right now?
What does Mr. Krabs have? They're gonna say OCD.
No, they're gonna say, who are you and why are you talking to me?
They're gonna say Mr. Krabs has OCD and within that he has hoarding disorder. But there's also a world, and I don't know this because I'm not his therapist. I'm not his psych.
Well, he's a fictional crab. So he doesn't have a therapist or a psych.
He could just have a special interest in money, which could just put him somewhere on the neurodivergent scale.
Mm. I mean, I love that for him, I guess.
It isn't the only thing he likes.
Okay, so if we're talking about this, I just would love to get into autism for a second.
Okay, sure.
So my sibling Jay, shout out Jay. My sibling Jay has autism.
Okay.
I texted Jay for this episode because I was like, would love to know in your brain, because Jay loves to watch reality TV and diagnose people with autism.
Yeah.
Okay, so here are the characters my sibling Jay thinks are autistic. This is like a subsection of this.
Yeah.
Multiple people in Harry Potter. Okay. Neville, Percy, Hermione, Luna, Dumbledore, ?
Yeah, I buy that.
Melman and Rico from Madagascar.
Okay, that's just, I don't know who that is.
Don't know. Low-key Dexter from Dexter, but he has other shit going on too.
Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory or Dexter from Dexter the serial killer?
From Dexter the serial killer.
Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff going on.
Ross from Friends.
Oh,
and
wow.
then they said, but maybe it's just David Schwimmer. The entire main group of friends from Seinfeld.
Okay.
Urkel, possibly Velma, Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Because if you watched the Sherlock Holmes series with Benedict Cumberbatch, like, he's for sure, like, there's something there.
Have they hit on the Good Doctor yet?
No, that was the first thing they said.
Although
as, like, a
I
joke.
did just say, have they hit on the Good Doctor, which is very different.
No, they haven't hit on the Good Doctor.
Yeah, well, they could get on that.
Anyway, there's like a ton here, like so many, and I guess you could just ask Jay personally, like, who do you think?
Right. So maybe we'll just plug Jay's number.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like post Jay's number somewhere so that you can
just dox your sibling.
Contact my sibling and ask them who they think also has autism, and you're gonna get some fun answers.
Yeah, I think there's a world that Mr. Krabs has OCD with an emphasis on hoarding, because it can be a subcategory of OCD.
Totally, I love that.
But it could just be it could be so many things. I have another, but you want to go? You want to?
I think Garfield has an eating disorder.
Yeah, Garfield has
restrictive
binge
food.
and restrict.
It's a restrictive food intake disorder because he only eats lasagna.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Well, he's restricting the types of food, but he's not restricting quantity.
No, just the type of food.
And also,
is that something?
It's probably it's some sort of disordered eating. It is disordered.
Whatever
eating.
it is, it's
only eating lasagna is disordered.
It's an unhealthy relationship with food.
Yeah, for sure.
No matter what.
Yeah, for sure. He's also always binging himself into being physically uncomfortable. Correct?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
I'm always seeing him be so uncomfortable when I close my eyes and it's in my head.
I also really quickly, I think the sun baby from Teletubbies is a psychopath.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
No question about it.
No question about it.
That baby is fucking ill.
Yeah, psychopath, not a sociopath?
No, psychopath.
Okay, I love that.
Psychotic.
Well, because psychopaths usually are more successful than sociopaths.
I would argue that being the sun is the most success you could possibly have.
It's the most success. So I'm going to pitch the Kool-Aid Man has mania.
Yeah,
or drug-induced psychosis. The point is he's always bursting through walls, like brick walls with his body and screaming, oh yeah.
Maybe he has the thing that Scrappy-Doo has because Scrappy-Doo is
intermittent always explosive disorder?
Bursting through chests.
Yeah, that's true.
You forgot.
Really, no, I forgot. I forgot. Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, I think he has something for sure. Also, he can empty out his head.
Yeah, he
can empty out his head into a glass.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
That's just like a talent.
That's just cool.
Yeah, that's just
has
hot.
Nothing to do with the segment. That's just fucking awesome.
No, that's just like, boys, take note.
Take note what?
Take note.
To empty out your head.
To pour your head into a glass. It's so sexy after you burst through the wall.
I love that.
Ugh.
I also think Humpty Dumpty is bipolar.
Oh, shit.
At first, he wants to sit on the wall.
Yeah.
Then he wants to have a great
Does
fall.
he want to have a great fall?
Yeah. Oh, he's asking for it. And that's just textbook manic depressive disorder.
Wow.
Okay, because I was thinking his highs are high.
Yeah.
His lows are low. In that he is on the wall and
his
then he falls.
His highs are high because he's high up on the wall. His lows are low
because he does a great fall.
Yeah, he does a great fall.
And then I also bet he's just spending so much money he doesn't have. That is not based on the text as much as a personal feeling.
Yeah, the vibe you're getting from him.
Yeah, that's. I just feel that.
Always getting that vibe from him.
Yeah.
I think Tony the Tiger is neurotypical.
Oh my God, he's the most neurotypical tiger I've ever met.
Nothing like Tigger. Yeah, but if you're just comparing tigers, fictional tigers.
Well, I would say if you want to hang out with one, I would pick Tigger.
Oh, for sure. I'm not hanging out with a neurotypical.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I'm not hanging out with a neurotypical soccer coach or whatever the fuck he is.
I would never.
What is that what he does?
I don't know.
What does he do? What's his job?
I don't think
cereal.
I don't know.
Now,
that was an awesome segment. I loved that.
What does he do? Cereal? Squidward has depression.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty straightforward.
And that is what illness
does this fictional character have?
Okay, do you want to talk about our vacation that everyone thought was going to be fake?
Yeah. Okay, guys, here's what's crazy. I don't know if you've been up to date on this, people who are listening, but from the beginning of this year, we started posting things about this vacation that we were going on.
We were like, come with us to Greece.
Yeah.
Come with us to Crete.
Yeah, to Crete, to Greece, Crete, Heraklion.
Yes, and we promise it's not human trafficking.
Yeah, and we're not going to steal anyone's organs.
Now, did we keep that promise? Yes, we did. Yeah. We didn't steal anyone's organs, but people did come and we made new friends and it was really fun.
Yeah, so I think the two of us and all 9 people with us all had the same thought going into it, which was like, wait, what?
Yeah, but we all still did it.
We all still did it. Yeah, we were all like, wait, so many things could go wrong.
Yes.
Just being essentially 11 strangers
in a hotel together in a foreign country
and we've never met before, but we're all on a group chat together.
Yep.
What?
Yeah, it's such a weird idea.
I was so happy that so many of our people came up to us and they were like, we were very like, what? Because it's like, okay, all of us were.
Yes, at least all of us were like, oh, what is going on?
So what?
But we had like an absolute blast.
It was truly the funnest thing.
So fun. We like met so many silly, lovely, wonderful people.
The group was so like the best group.
Yeah, the best
ever.
It could have possibly been.
Yeah, it was spectacular.
It was so silly.
It was so fun. We did so we all met up at the hotel. We were staying in a resort. We went and toured an ancient city.
Yep.
We did wine tasting. We went on a big boat and went snorkeling.
Oh yeah, but a really like fun thing that happened was everyone hated us.
Oh my god! Everyone in the resort hated our group.
Everyone in the resort hated our group. Most likely because we were having the most fun, and I think they were jealous.
We're so fun. They're so jealous because we're so fun, and that's the only reason.
It
wasn't that they're trying to relax and we're
being so loud. But also, like, even on this trip, like from the moment Olivia and I got to LAX,
oh my god,
hated us.
Everyone hated us immediately. It was like we couldn't get anywhere without someone being like, "Oh, fuck you guys."
We got to LAX, we like put our baggage in, and the woman immediately is like, "Oh, are you guys headed to where did she say like headed to London?"
London,
because that was our first stop, and I was like, "Yeah, London," and then Crete, and she was like, "Oh my god, I don't care." I was like, okay, no, that's fine.
Oh, no, we just wanted to make sure that the bag, the bag, it's all good. It's never mind.
I just wanted to make sure the bag was going to make it where we're going, but that's
okay. I'm so sorry.
It's probably fine.
Yeah,
a Frenchman tried to fight our group.
Dinner the first night. A French gentleman, also staying at the resort.
An elderly French gentleman was like, "You guys are being too loud." Tried to fight us.
Yeah, but luckily we had a wrestler.
We had a wrestler in our group.
Yeah.
Who was like, "I'm absolutely going to take you down if you try to do this.
Do not fuck with us."
Which was pretty fucking awesome.
Always bring a wrestler.
Always bring a wrestler everywhere.
That's what I'm always saying.
I taught a Greek waiter what scissoring is.
Was, and even though he told you over and over again that he already knew what it was. You said, when a woman and a woman
love each other very much,
they scissor, and he was very uncomfortable.
He hated it.
He hated it so much. But he was hitting on both of us, and then started only hitting on me when he found out that I live alone. So I'm gonna say he deserved it.
That is scary.
Yeah, that was the context for me where I was like, that's the worst. That's the worst reason you should be into someone.
That's pretty scary.
If you're flirting with someone and the reason you're flirting with a couple of people, and then the reason you're like, oh, I'm gonna hone in on this one and flirt with them is because they live alone,
and they're like defenseless because
scary.
They live alone.
That is so scary.
Yeah, that's
even though we were not even in the country I lived in.
No, we weren't. But
it wasn't like I was staying there.
It was also so interesting because I feel like so many of the places we went, there were random people being like, "Please take me to Los Angeles."
Yeah,
it's like what?
How does that work?
You don't know me.
Yeah,
how can I take me to Los Angeles?
You can go.
Yeah, just go. What are you talking about?
You can go easier than I can take you.
Correct.
Because I don't know.
I don't know you.
I don't know how to have your passport information.
Can't take you.
It's hard, yeah.
And then we also had like a really interesting experience in the Istanbul airport.
Oh, we really did.
Now, have you guys ever been to the Istanbul airport?
Yeah, shout out to the Istanbul airport.
Because if you've ever been there, I think the answer is no, you haven't, because it doesn't exist. It is a fever dream.
Yeah.
We went to this airport. We were so tired because our flights had been delayed, and we had to spend the night in the airport.
And this was on the way back from Europe, too, so it was like we were very freaking tired.
And there, we were upstairs, and we were just trying to find downstairs, and there was
no downstairs.
There was no downstairs. There was a downstairs that we could see, but there were no stairs.
No way to get there.
And there was no elevator.
Yeah.
And Olivia and I were wandering this upper floor with no way to get down.
And we had to be there for like 10 hours overnight. And so we found this weird hotel
inside the airport that is neon purple.
Yeah, and you sleep in a pod.
And everyone we asked, we were like, how do we get there? And they all gave us different answers
directions that did not lead there.
Nope. At some point, we opened a door upstairs thinking it was an elevator, but it was a blank white room. It was a white
room that you'd like shoot a sci-fi thing in, and there was no one in it, and it was not locked.
It was so scary.
Yeah.
And I don't think this airport exists.
No, it was like, we kept saying it was like a nightmare, not because it was so bad, but because it functioned in the same logic
that an airport in a nightmare would function.
It's like all the, like, nothing leads to anything.
Nothing leads to downstairs. Yeah. There's a bunch of white rooms.
Yeah.
You have no idea how long you've been there. Everyone is not able to talk to you.
What was the thing? It was like there was a sign that said no liquid restrictions, and then right next to it said liquid restrictions.
Yeah, every part of it was like, oh, this is not a nightmare airport. This is like an airport out of a nightmare. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other fun things that happened. Oh yeah, one of our people, like, we kept joking that, like, it was like, oh, our trip is like a camp and we're the camp counselors. It's like, come to Greece with us. So, like, one of our campers became a merman, became a siren. And lured 20 tourists into a cave. Yeah. So that's pretty sick.
One of our campers was
a beautiful singing voice.
Beautiful singer. And he swam in a cave.
Yeah.
And sang opera music.
Sang Italian opera.
And then all of these random tourists started swimming over. He was like herding them.
Yeah.
Like sheep.
Herding, not herding.
Herding.
Yeah, herding. He was like herding them. It was crazy. He was like luring them into a cave and herding them.
He was herding them like sheep.
Yeah, there's got to be a better.
It was really, really fascinating.
It was crazy to turn and see, like, that he was great. Everyone was great.
Yeah, it was really fun.
We learned about marine biology so much.
We did. Another highlight of the trip, although I don't know if it was really a highlight.
11 out of 10 start.
Which was, we were in Switzerland before we went to Greece. We were taking a taxi.
Oh my God, this was a lowlight.
To the train station.
Yeah, at like 5 a.m.
And it's a very short drive, but we had a lot of luggage. Mm-hmm. And the taxi driver started talking to us within the 5 minutes of being on the road.
It was such a short drive, so early in the morning. We were so tired. We had to wake up at 4.
And he immediately started talking to us about Trump.
American politics. And we were like, oh, that's, like, so many people wanted to talk to us about American politics. That's the thing that sucks about, like, the one thing that sucks about being an American, besides the fact that everyone already hates you, like going over there and having everyone be like, well, so Trump, huh? And it's like, I don't want that guy.
Him.
I do not want to talk about him. And
But he kept being like, his whole reasoning for liking Trump.
Yeah, he was like, oh, so it's Trump again. We're like, we hope not. And he was like, well... Why?
He was like, well, all politicians are bad, so don't you want somebody who's
honest about it? And it's like, well, he's not honest about being bad. Like, there's so much worse shit he's done that he has not told us.
We also were like, he's just a bad guy.
He's just a bad guy.
And then our taxi driver, who was driving us at 5 a.m, was like, well, everyone's a bad guy.
I'm a bad guy.
And we were like,
no.
What? You're going to tell us you're a bad guy and we are stranded in another country with you in a car at 5 a.m?
With a self-proclaimed bad guy. And I was like so tired that I didn't even have social skills yet. So I was just like arguing with him because I was just like not awake enough to be polite.
And I was
about this topic specifically.
Yeah, and I was just like, I don't want this guy to do anything to us. So I was just being kind of quiet and scared. But I also will say this leads us to a pretty good segment called Bad Boy versus Bad Boy. So the phrase, like, bad boy.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, I love a bad boy.
Yeah, I'm dating a bad boy. Like, oh, I'm kind of into a bad boy. Where's the line between a bad boy and just a bad boy?
Because some people are like, oh, he's a bad boy. He wears a leather jacket.
Yeah.
And he, like, combs his hair like a greaser.
Right.
I don't know why my vision of a bad boy is in the 50s.
Yeah, yours is just in the 50s, right.
But then there's, like, a bad boy who is oh,
they do tax evasion.
He does tax evasion.
Yeah.
And you can only be one of the two.
You can't be both.
You can either be a guy with a leather jacket who slicks back his hair, or a guy who does tax evasion.
Right.
And there's nothing else.
I totally forgot that is how it goes.
Like I would say, A bad boy drives a motorcycle.
Oh, yeah, bad boy. Ooh,
yeah. Bad boy. And then a bad boy
is on a no-fly list.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like a
bad boy hits someone with a motorcycle on purpose.
Right. And that's the difference. Like a bad boy can't commit. He can't commit. And then a bad boy
commits
arson.
Yeah.
I was going to say is Osama bin Laden.
Oh, that's the same.
Which is the same.
It's the same. Osama bin Laden, bad boy or bad boy?
Bad boy.
Okay, I don't know which one you meant.
Yeah, which of these people is a bad boy?
Yeah, bad boy versus bad boy.
Bad boy. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Danny from Greece.
Okay, bad boy.
Bad boy.
Okay.
Bad boy.
Osama bin Laden.
Bad boy.
Like we thought Johnny Depp was a bad boy.
Right. But it's possible.
It turns out he's probably a bad boy. Right, yeah. Who's like another like bad boy?
Well, we thought Kanye was a bad boy. Like a bad boy, but he is a bad boy.
Yeah, maybe it's like how Pokemon evolve.
Oh.
Maybe you start off as a bad boy and then you end up as a bad boy. Yeah, it's like that quote from it's like that Batman quote. Or
what's
it's
the
like,
Batman quote?
It's like you either die the bad boy or you live long enough to become the bad boy.
Wait, what?
No, there's like a quote that's like you either it's like you either die the hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like you either die the bad boy or you live long enough to see yourself become a bad boy.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, isn't that beautiful?
That is gorgeous.
Like Batman's a bad boy.
Yeah, Batman's a bad boy, but the Joker is a bad boy.
That's a very good point. See, now that's a good distinction.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or like, for example,
and like you know who's a really bad boy?
Who?
Lego Batman.
Oh,
yeah.
Bad boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What illness does Lego Batman have?
Ugh, being too sexy. And it's also, I think, important to talk about also alternatively. Mm-hmm. There's a bad girl versus a bad girl.
Right.
Like saying like, Raquel, you're wearing a leather jumpsuit and you're fucking a guy twice your age.
Oh my God,
ooh,
bad girl. Bad girl.
But then there's like, oh, Raquel, she is,
found guilty for kidnapping children.
That's the one.
That's a bad girl.
That's a bad girl.
Yeah, that's a bad girl there.
It's a bad girl. Like
just like a girl who's bad.
Yeah.
That's a bad girl.
And like I think that in order to say that somebody's being a bad girl in a fun way, you have to say ooh in front of it. You have to be like,
ooh, that's a good point.
Ooh, bad girl. But if somebody is like committed an atrocity, you don't say ooh. You just go bad girl.
Is that what you usually say when a girl commits an atrocity?
Yeah, whenever I'm the judge.
Whenever a girl commits an atrocity, I'm always like, bad girl.
You know how my second job, other than being friends with you, like, you know how our job is to be friends with each other?
And then our second job is to be judge. Yeah, to be judge.
Whenever I'm the judge at the court that I work at for my second job.
You gotta get there soon.
I gotta get there soon.
Yeah, your night shift starts.
And then for night court.
You're so whenever part-time night judge.
So whenever I'm being a part-time judge and there's like a girl who has like, I don't know, let's say she's like
committed a disaster.
And disaster, maybe she's crossed state lines with like 4 to 5 kids who are not hers.
Of course.
I'm usually, when I'm like sentencing her to a few years in prison, I'll be like, ooh, bad girl.
You put the ooh?
Yeah, because I'm crazy. No, but I'll say
the ooh like really makes it feel like you support it.
The ooh actually makes it seem like you ordered fries. Ooh, bad girl.
Yeah.
Doesn't that feel like a millennial woman being like, I ordered fries.
I'm so bad.
Ooh, bad girl.
Yeah.
That's like what that is.
Yeah. But so then, you say that when you sentence people to years in prison?
Don't try to cancel me. You're trying to cancel me so hard right now, and it's like truly shocking. Here's another person who can be like bad girl. I
love another person who can be bad girl.
Gypsy Rose.
Oh my God.
Who you and I have just binged the entire
Oh my God. Don't go to Europe without spending the whole flight binging the Gypsy Rose Prison Confessions miniseries. It's so good.
She fluctuates between bad girl.
Oh my God. She's like the ultimate bad girl.
Because she is like, ooh, bad girl.
She's mostly ooh, bad girl.
She is. Because she'll be like, the D is fire. And it's like, ooh, bad girl. But then it's like, you asked someone to kill your mom.
Yeah, and they did it.
Bad girl.
There's bad girl, but also like
bad mom.
So what do you
bad
do?
Girl mom.
Bad girl mom. Bad girl mom.
Bad girl mom. Oh, she was such a bad girl mom.
Her mom was such a bad girl mom.
And you know what? You know what?
But speaking of Gypsy Rose Blanchard being a bad girl,
yep.
I really do think the biggest takeaway I have had from that miniseries / just anything in general about her is that
Gypsy Rose pulls.
She pulls like no other.
Yeah.
Like nobody pulls like her.
No.
And we should all aspire to. I'm gonna say
Gypsy Rose is the Pete Davidson of prison.
Say that again.
Gypsy Rose is the Pete Davidson of prison.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. And it's a poem, and I'm entering it in contests.
I'm entering it onto a shirt for myself.
Okay.
I would wear a shirt that said
I'm entering it into my bloodstream.
Okay. Shoot it up.
Okay. I'm shooting up that phrase.
Shoot up that phrase. That is so true.
Right?
Yeah, that's really true.
Gypsy Rose can pull. She can
fuck. She pulls like fucking no one else. Like people are lined up. She's got lines out the fucking door.
Yeah. And I guess another thing too is because people love people in prison.
Oh my God.
Do you think that is because people love somebody who is avoidant attached?
I think so. I think people are attracted to someone who's special. Mm-hmm. And if you are in prison for a crime that is putting you in the news, even though that's bad special, it's still special. And I think people are drawn to that. I think a lot of people are drawn to the misunderstood. I had kind of probably incorrectly gendered that, thinking like, there are so many male serial killers and male criminals that have so many women writing to them in prison, trying to be in relationships with them.
I know it firsthand. Because I'm in prison right now, and I am pulling like a madman. Not only am I a judge, I am in prison.
You're a judge from prison.
I'm a judge from prison. Yeah. I'm one of the people. I'm the people's princess.
I love the people's princess.
I'm the people's princess in that I am the judge from prison.
Yeah.
And I'm pulling like a fucking madman.
I know that there's so many, it's like, I can save him. I can understand him. He's just misunderstood. No one's ever cared for him like I would. But I am happy to see that goes, both ways. I say both ways, which is heteronormative, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, don't cancel me. Don't cancel me, Olivia.
Yeah, fuck you.
But you know what I mean? Like there's so many men who just... I don't know if they want to save Gypsy Rose or if they
definitely want to fuck her.
But they definitely want to fuck her.
And listen, I get it. She's got that bad girl vibe.
Yeah, she's bad girl. And I love that for her. And I think we should all aspire to do whatever it is that she did.
Kill our moms.
That made her pull so much. You know what I mean?
Kill our moms.
Whatever it is she did. What is it about her?
Okay, everybody save Diane Franklin. This is like a PSA. Go find Diane right now and absolutely wrap her up in bubble wrap because this bitch is on the loose.
I'm just trying to pull.
I know. You're trying to pull, and by doing so, you're willing to commit atrocities.
Well,
I know.
Bad girl.
Bad girl.
Yeah.
That was a gorgeous segment, if I may say so myself.
A gorgeous segment of bad girl and 30 minutes of Gypsy Rose Blanchard pulls like no one else.
But the thing is, that's what this podcast is supposed to be. Yeah. And that's what it always was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Is like, let's just
talk at each other and at you in your car.
Yeah. And so that we enable each other to be worse.
It's so important to enable each other to be worse.
I agree. It's important to have a friend who really enables your worst behavior.
Yeah, like, especially if your worst behavior is, like, getting you
fucked.
No, if your worst behavior is getting you to a place where you can go to prison, where you can go put yourself in a position where now you can pull.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like... Oh my God. When we were in Crete, one of my favorite quotes, our tour guide, who's this beautiful woman.
Oh, gorgeous.
She was talking about how our group was like, when the Frenchman tried to fight our group, she was like, I'm honestly like, I was a little bit freaked out when the Frenchman tried to fight the group.
Because we were being very loud.
Yeah. No, and she was like, oh God, you know, this is going to go badly. And the thing she said was, I'm very young. I'm very beautiful. I don't belong in prison. And we were like,
what a great
mantra. Such a great mantra. I'm very young. I'm very beautiful. I don't belong in prison. But if you do go to prison, what happens? You pull. So that's why you just roll with the punches.
I really do think there's something about somebody being like an avoidant person that we're all kind of attracted to. Like, this person's got their own thing going on. Yeah. And their own thing that they have going on is serving time for the
heinous crimes they've committed.
For the crimes they committed.
Yeah.
And I think that it can be attractive.
Yeah, I mean, it's so attractive.
Who is the hottest
criminal?
Come
on, we know this.
Who?
The fucking I-5 killer.
Oh my God. The fact that I even asked that
the fact that you asked that is crazy.
Crazy, because I did so much research on this man.
Ted Bundy who?
Give me that young I-5 killer.
Yeah, that guy is...
Wowza. That's like ngoyoyoyoing.
That's like
boing, showing. My tongue is rolling down. Real steam heat is coming out of my shirt. Boing.
Yeah.
No, the I-5 killer could have gotten it. Unfortunately, if he did, I'd be dead.
Yeah. Did you say fortunately?
What?
Oh God, I just wish.
No, I think I said unfortunately.
I think I said unfortunately.
Was that a Freudian slip? Here's the thing. The I-5 killer could get it. Let's talk about it for a second.
Well, the thing is, it's just crazy that he devoted his life to I-5 killing when he could have devoted his life to being sexy.
Or he could have, I was going to say, devoted his life to 405 killing so that we could at least see him.
Yeah, seriously.
Don't be in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, that's so fun.
Be in Los Angeles, the land of the stars.
Kill some stars.
Kill us some stars. Yeah, I do.
The 405 killer would be so lame.
Ugh, so lame, because he wouldn't be able to get anywhere.
No, he'd be stuck all the time.
He'd be stuck in traffic and he would not be able to kill. No. He would have to kill by foot. Yeah. He'd have to get out of his car and walk in the bike lane. Wait, there's no bike lane on the freeway.
That would suck for the 405 to have a bike lane.
If the 405 had a bike lane,
would you fuck it?
Yes.
Okay. Kill, fuck, marry. Yes. The 405, the 101, the I-5 killer.
I thought you were going to say, and the 405 bike lane.
Okay. Kill, fuck, marry.
Yeah.
The I-5 killer.
Yeah.
The 101. Freeway.
Yeah.
And if the 405 had a bike lane.
Okay, so this is really hard.
Yeah.
I just want to let everyone know this is really hard. And it really is going to keep me up at night for days, months,
I already
years.
know.
Okay, go for it. What is it?
Okay. I would marry the 101 because I use it the most, let's be honest.
Okay.
And the most important thing about a spouse is you have to use them.
Oh my God. You're fucking ill.
No, just as I said it, I was like, that's not right. But still, I have the closest relationship with the 101. I'd fuck the I-5 killer, even though I should kill him. But God, just look at that guy.
God, look at that guy. He can I-5 all over me.
I'd kill... Yeah, that's beautiful. Let's get that on a t-shirt.
So here's the thing, that's the second poem I'm entering to the contest.
The front of the t-shirt says, Gypsy Rose Blanchard is the Pete Davidson of prison. And the back says, of the shirt he can I-5 all over me. Which makes no sense.
Yeah, that's a good shirt.
I would kill the 405 with a bike lane because I do think it is the only way you can make the 405 worse.
Yeah, it is pretty bad.
Because bike lane sucks, let's be honest, in Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. In a city where biking is more doable or, I don't know, great. But the bikes just they go in front, like that would suck. They make everything slower.
How about this? I'm going to marry the bike lane because I root for the underdog.
Okay, sure.
I'm an innovator.
I'm sorry I killed your spouse.
Yeah, and I'm upset.
Okay, who are you killing?
The 101?
Yeah, you're not going to kill the I-5 killer.
I would never.
That's his job.
That's his job.
That's
his job is to kill. My job is to fuck him.
My job is to fuck.
His job is to kill. And those are just our jobs. But my other job is being the judge from prison.
You have so many jobs.
Truly?
Working girl.
I'm a working girl.
Yeah.
I was about to say I've been a working girl, but I'm not going to do that because that's nothing. And like, I'm not doing it.
That's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
That's such a beautiful song.
Something you and I unfortunately do often.
Yeah.
Do you understand how ADD this is going to be?
Yeah, this is great. I mean, people are going to just turn this right off.
They're going to absolutely turn it right off. And the thing I love about that is good for you because there are too many podcasts.
Oh my God.
I think
cut some. Let's cut some down.
In fact, this one.
Let's cut this one.
Cut this one.
Jesus Christ.
Christ.
What is this one still doing?
What is this still doing up?
What is it doing back? What are you talking about? What are you doing listening to this?
It's your fault. I'm a victim blamer.
Yeah.
So here's my thing. Truly, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Something you and I tend to do a lot is take real songs that are popular songs and then replace it with words that make no sense, don't really fit in.
Of course.
They're nothing. It doesn't make sense.
I would say that's one of our top activities.
And we do it all the time to no end.
Yeah.
There was a time that we were at our friend's pool.
We were all at the pool.
I got out of the pool.
Specifically to post
something that said, banana-ni, banana no, that's that me banana.
Which is Minion Sabrina
Carpenter.
And then you posted it and wrote,
is this anything? And the answer is no, it's nothing.
I think it's everything.
But now every time I hear that
espresso
song,
you can't just hear espresso, you hear banana-ni,
banana no, that's that me banana.
Yeah.
And it is nothing.
It is nothing, but in the same way, like, it's the only thing. There is nothing else. Like, and in...
That is so true. It's crazy how you can say something that is nothing and then say that is so true.
So true.
Like the fact that that's allowed, that you're allowed to say something that's nothing at all, and then somebody can go, so true.
Yeah,
that's
like all that happens on the internet. People just post like nonsense, and it's like, oh my God, that's so
true.
Real, so true.
So real.
No, but like we were in they did saxophone night in Greece.
Yeah. At the resort.
The resort had a saxophone player play a bunch of songs, and my favorite one on the Minion cover was "You Just Want Banana,
You Don't Want My Heart." Yeah, because you just picture the Minions doing a Kids Bop essentially.
Yeah, that's
where
what it is.
They're like doing all the songs and they're always singing like banana ni, banana no. No, that's that me banana. You just want banana. You don't want my heart.
And then you're like, why is this French man trying to fight us?
I know, crazy.
Why is this French man who went to a resort trying to fight our group just for dancing? We were dancing in a room too and minionizing songs, which sounds so infuriating. This is just, even repeating this sentence is so infuriating.
I'm fine with it.
And the resort turned the lights off in the room we were in to be like,
they wanted us to leave.
Can you get the fuck out of
they
that
wanted
room?
us to leave.
It was really good.
Yeah, but
it was beautiful.
To me, I think, one day on your deathbed, are you gonna think,
banana?
Are you gonna think that French man tried to fight me, or are you gonna think banana ni, banana no, that's that me banana.
Deathbed.
That's that Mimi deathbed.
That's that Mimi deathbed.
That's that Mimi deathbed.
That is what I'll think. Okay, you want to shake on it?
You want to spit shake?
Yeah.
You didn't do it.
Do you want to actually do it?
I've never done one. Have you?
I've never done a spit shake, but it's going to be really gross.
Why is your spit really gross? Because mine's actually gorgeous.
Okay, let's spit shake that on our deathbed. The last thing we think
is going to be banana ni, banana no. That's that Mimi deathbed. Okay. I just spit all over Olivia's couch.
That's okay.
Wait, I'm going to do another one.
Okay. This is so gross. Okay. Oh, I hate this. Okay, now we have to do it.
Wait, that was so fun.
So
we should do that more often.
Yeah, we should do that more often. How does your hand feel?
Really wet.
Yeah, mine's so good. It makes me want to keep it there.
The thing I really like too is I'm watching my spit bubble into your couch.
If we do it on this couch every time and we do a spit shake and my couch just becomes covered
in... Should we end every episode with a spit shake?
Oh, God,
That's
we could.
Kind of awful.
We could. Well, let's see how we feel. Because I would, based on just doing it for the plot.
Yeah,
I mean, I just agreed what my last thoughts are going to be. So I might as well agree to shit like that.
And I think everything,
everywhere all at once.
Wow, it's crazy how nonsensical this is.
I really wonder how much I've peaked. I really hope I haven't peaked that much.
You mean on your mic?
Yeah.
I know I've peaked in high school.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I had a scoliosis brace, so I was the hottest girl around.
Yeah.
And now, nothing. Well, everyone, that was an awesome episode.
Well, thank you guys so much for popping by and listening to us enable each other to do this. Thanks for enabling us.
Thanks for enabling us. And the other thing, too, is if there's something you specifically want to hear on this podcast, you can let us know. Because truly, as you can tell from this episode, there are no rules.
It doesn't fucking matter.
There are no fucking rules. We're going to try to do this often.
Yeah.
So
stick around. You asshole.
You assholes. And we'll see you. And we'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time. It
could be a Tuesday. Yeah, it's still cunt. We'll find out. But it is still cunt. Yeah. Cunt, everybody. Cunt. I've been Olivia.
I've been Syd, and we are
Syd and Olivia.
Syd and Olivia.
And that's the podcast. Hey,
and until next time, banana ni, banana no. That's that Mimi jetpack.